Okay, what I have is a 92 Corvette. I replaced the sway bar linkage bushings. Not a big deal. Mine were rubber and basically non-existent. They were totally shot. So anyway, I replaced them with energy suspension, polyurethane bushings, much nicer. Anyway, what I did was do it the way the book says. Not the way I do it. This is my car. I do things my way. So I recommend you do it the way the book says. I put the car on jack stands, of course. Remove the two nuts, remove the bolt down here, easy to take out. This one here, I had to push down on the sway bar, remove the top bolt, so that removes this. To get the shell out, it's called a shell. To get the shell out, I just put in a vise, and I used a screwdriver, and just used a little hammer, and just tap, 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 and it got the shell out. The sway bar, a little more complicated, difficult for me. What I did was use a screwdriver and I used a hammer and I bent the shell edge so it's bent on top and bottom, and then what I did was just use pliers and I was able to get both sides out. Not a big deal. Put them in. I was having trouble with the top, so I removed the sway bar. Yeah, I lowered the rear spare tire, removed it, dropped the cover to the lowest position, and I was able to remove all the bolts for the sway bar. Mine has gas tank straps, also has to remove those too. But anyway, not a big deal. Took out sway bar. To push the bushing in, use plenty of grease with the kit is what I did, and I put it on the linkage, on the sway bar, also the bushing, same down here, sway bar and bushing. Used a 1 1/16 inch socket. There's a little ridge right there. This goes over that ridge nicely, so it helps steady everything. And the other helpful hint that I can give you is with mine and pressing both these in, it would want to kind of push out, not go straight in. It would kind of want to go to the side. The way I resolved that was I used channel locks here, and I put it against the linkage and the sway bar, whatever I was doing, and I gently squeeze. And what that did was it kind of brought it from here, bent it in just a bit, so when I put more pressure on the vise, it slipped in. I did not ease up on pressure once it started to go to the side. I stopped, used the channel locks, and that bent it, and then they all slipped in. It was not a big deal. Then these and these, I torqued to the specifications in the book right there, torqued the specifications. The sway bar, upper bushings, I could not torque, couldn't get the torque wrench in there because of the muffler. But other than that, it really was simple to do. It was not a big deal. Highly recommended if yours are shot. My front ones are okay. I'm going to do the front ones, but and those are a little bit different. You have to leave one shell in according to the instructions. So anyway, there we go. But remove both shells, and it's really easy to do. Well worth the time. Get a vise, and it's just simple. Anyway, but do it the way the book says.